Ta-da! We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Hamming It Up with Dave and Ryan.
What's up, everybody?
All right, just kidding. It's actually called Winging It with Dave and Ryan. In all seriousness, we are here today going live on Facebook to let you guys know and to answer your questions about the Positivity Summit that's coming up Friday. It's going to be an epic event, and I mean epic. Ryan?
Man, this is the third year we've done this, right? And every year it gets better. Every year the audience gets bigger. And man, I'm just fired up about some of the speakers that we have. We got a global effect happening here. We got people from all over the globe going to be coming on and sharing their story and sharing some of their inspiration for 2022. So maybe even give a little background for those watching, Dave. How did we get started with this? Remember how it all started?
That's right. Hey, Brian Davies, good to see you too, buddy. So it was 3 years ago, the pandemic had just broken out. The whole COVID-19 thing was new. Everybody was stressed out. Everybody was getting sick. And there was a lot of negativity out there in the world, especially on social media. And one of our elite community members, Greg Lobsiger, was, he made a post. The guy's got a lot of wisdom. I don't know, for a small town boy, this guy's got a lot of wisdom. So he writes this post about how we need to try to be more positive as a group. And that spawned this idea. I'm like, you know what? He's right. We don't need to wallow in self-pity any longer. So we threw together like I think like a week. I think it was like a week or less. You were part of it, right?
Yeah, it was like, let's slam something together. Let's get some good news happening. And man, it came together.
And we had maybe 12, 14 people or something like that. And there were like shop owners from all over North America that got together to share some positivity, to help each other kind of get through this pandemic thing. We didn't know it was going to last this long, but I'm so glad we had the positivity of Greg Lobsiger and all of our other guests to kind of help push us through.
And he's coming back on this year. He's going to be with us this year, Greg. So I'm excited to have him share a little bit more about that too. So pretty cool. And then we've got some Canadians. Who do we got for Canadians in the house? Because, I'm up in Canada, so we have to represent, right?
There is you.
That's me. There's me, right? That's
right.
That's not enough. We've got Leanne Jeffries from up here in Canada. She's going to be coming on. And so she's got a pretty powerful message, some big events happening for 2022 that I'm excited to hear about. So
and of course we've got Johnny K.
Johnny Wonder. Yeah.
Right. And everybody's favorite Canadian, Tom Bissonnette, is from probably the smallest part of, there's a big landmass, but in terms of body shop population, one of the smallest, but everybody in North America knows Tom.
Yeah. Yeah. He's the coolest cat out there. He really is. And he's seen a few things. So I can't wait to hear from him. And then we got Claudia, don't we? She's coming with us, isn't she?
Claudia is gonna, one of the big issues that we're facing right now is everybody's talking about this talent shortage thing, and I've been doing some work with Claudia, picking her brain a little bit, because she lives and breathes leadership and personal development, and she's going to share some wisdom with shops on how they can build this type of magnetic culture where people want to come to work for you. They don't want to leave. And, I'm not saying that some of these businesses don't occasionally have a talent shortage, but they're far less inclined to need people if they've got this type of leadership. And so I'm really excited to see what Claudia is going to bring to the table.
Oh, man. Yeah. She's a firecracker. I don't know if you guys have met her, but she's an absolute ball of energy. Like, we get on the phone for it's like a 10-minute call. That's all we're going to have. And then 2 hours later, it's like, okay, we got to go. Right. And it just love the ideas that come out of her.
Man, you actually introduced me to Claudia.
That's right. Yeah.
And you warned me about her. And 2.5 hours later, we were still talking. I'm like, Geez,
Time just
Claudia, you know,
flies.
we got to go.
Yeah, time just like, and she's an incredible shop owner. Like, what does she have? 6 stores? I think she's got 6 stores in
Yeah, her and her
in
husband,
Ontario.
and
Yeah,
yeah, some Fix Auto stores up in Canada, and just
amazing. Yeah,
yeah.
amazing operator. So that's going to be a lot of fun. But who else? We got some incredible Americans joining us too. Look at that. I put Canada first, so I can't believe I
Yeah,
did that deal.
I noticed that. I caught on to that a little bit.
So
Of
who do we
course,
got in America? Let's see here. Oh,
well,
Mark Prost. We got Mark is coming on the show, right?
I love
So
Mark. He's been a regular guest on this, and I feel like he, you know, we actually in our elite community, and I'm assuming in yours too, we have a lot of shop owners in kind of small rural towns, and I think he epitomizes how to do the right things in a small community to really grow your brand. So we always love hearing from Mark. He's a smart operator, and yeah, he'll be fun to have on too.
yeah, I've known him for a long time, and he is just, boy, you know, if you want to put a person or face to positivity, it's that
Yeah.
guy right there. Like, man alive. He is
Yeah,
just,
and then we got some heavy hitters. We got Michael Giarizzo.
yeah, there we
Going to
go.
be in the house. He's been on our program a couple times, and we love him because he's very positive, but he's so innovative.
That's one of the big things. It almost feels like he has a crystal ball, right? Where he's looking into it and he can kind of see the future, but it's just, you know, an
Little bit
abundance
of a
of
mad
wisdom.
scientist,
Right?
isn't he?
Yeah, but it works, right? It works. And he's just he's like a mentor to us, and he will share some incredible insights. He always has them, right? He always has them. And they're just
And
right at
then
the
we've
surface.
got, you know, who else we've got? We've got Randy Sattler, right?
That guy
And
is
he's
such a cool
almost
dude.
Canadian, only a few
You know
miles
what?
away from the border.
We adopted him, right? He is officially Canadian. So if he's watching this, just
I
know
gotta
that
fight you for him. I gotta fight you for him.
no, look at he's good. He's good. You know, so we were actually traveling down, like he's in the Dakotas, right? So
Grand
I think
Forks, North Dakota.
Grand Forks, right? So
Yeah.
here's a crazy story. So my wife's American and I'm Canadian, and we always have this contest, like who can find the dumber Canadian or the dumber American, right? So we're driving through, no joke, we're driving through North Dakota. It's like -50, wind chill, like crazy, blowing snow. It's so cold, right? And we pull up to the gas pump, and there's this guy pumping gas in shorts. And it's like -50 in North Dakota, right? And I'm like, hey, babe, check this out. Check this guy out, right? I'm like, now that's a dumb American, right? And of course, I go around the back of this guy's truck, and he's got a Canadian license plate. I'm like, no, right? Yeah, so I totally got burned on that one. But that's so we claim them as Canadians in North Dakota. So
yeah.
love it.
Yeah,
But he's going to be
one of the highest performing operators, and he's always got a great story to tell. A lot of wisdom. You know, this guy started out not long ago as a service writer, and now he's like a bigwig at the Rydell Company and doing some great things. So it'll be fun to have him. You know, even though he's almost Canadian, we love Randy and everything he's been able to do. So if you're just joining us, this is Winging It with Dave and Ryan. Actually, we're just here to tell you a little bit about Friday's Positivity Summit. And if you're out there watching this right now, drop us a comment so we know you're out there. We're coming live on a program called StreamYard, and we're live casting to Facebook, but we can't see you unless you leave a comment. So please leave a comment or ask a question of us, and we'll be here for a few more minutes to answer your questions.
I got a private message saying, how do we join the event? So maybe you can point them in the right direction there, Dave.
Okay. This is where I said, oh, I wish I had Deborah here.
Right? Yeah. Look at us. We're our people would make us look good. What are we doing on here alone? We should never do that. Right.
So no, it's a little bit dangerous. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the registration for the Positivity Summit. Perfect. And I'll figure out how to drop it into the into the comments.
That's perfect. While you're doing that, I'll tell them about George Irving. So George, he worked for Toyota forever. I think he actually helped found Toyota. That's how long he's been there. But he is like,
he knows Mr. Toyota.
Yeah. George, I am so excited to have him on the show. So he just recently retired from Toyota. He ran the collision program for years and years, but he's really dialed into what we can expect from autonomous vehicles in the future, right? So there's a lot of unknowns, and this is what I love about this event is we get some people on here that really know what the future looks like. And so this is going to be an incredible guy. He's going to come on. He already gave me a little sneak peek of what he's going to be sharing with the group, and you don't want to miss George. A, he's like super entertaining, and then
Right.
B, he's super intelligent. So yeah, good personal friend, and really looking forward to having George on the show. So
Yeah. Well, the good news is even though Deborah wasn't here, Amy was, and she's got
look at that.
that posted, and I can't wait to meet
Amy,
George.
thank you.
I've never really got to spend a lot of time with George, but from what you tell me, he's just a
Oh
hell
man.
of a guy.
Oh yeah, he literally the guy needs to write a book. I think he might actually be writing a book. He has had the most incredible life experiences, and I've gone out for supper with him, and we've been there for 3 hours and never even touched my food. It's just like listening to him is just incredible. So yeah. Just a great.
So what are some of the other hot topics you're looking forward to learning more about?
Well, for myself, really interested about EV vehicles, right? What's coming out in that side of it, and we've got some really good speakers. What's happening around there. One of them is Doug Kelly, right? Doug Kelly can tell us a lot about that. He's been in the industry forever, 35 years, I think it is. He was at Aztec. He started a big MSO across the U.S. Syncast, just really well connected and understands with that piece of it. So I'm really looking forward to him from a speaker. What about you, Dave? What are you looking forward to? What are some of the hot buttons you're looking to see come out of this?
I'm really interested in the technology piece, and of course you would gravitate towards that, but I'm totally looking forward to that. But I'm also, I really want to hear some wisdom on how just practical ways that people are making their plans for 2022, whether it's how to staff up during a talent shortage, right? What are you doing different? Why, to attract people and to keep and retain the best people. And that's something I'm just super passionate about right now. And I think we're going to hear a lot about that. Now, one of the things I'm really looking forward to is I've got not one, but two of my good buddies from the UK joining us.
Let's go. Yep.
Yeah.
That'll be amazing.
Yeah. My man, Mike Monahan, who I give him a lot of credit to my own business model. I learned a lot from Mike when he lived over in the States for a short period of time. He's going to be talking about mental health. He's going to be talking about the mindset and how the highest performers are going to be, how they do it. And then we've got a guy I met at IBIS. He was actually my moderator in Italy when I was given an opportunity to speak over there at the World Summit for IBIS. He was my moderator. We hit it off. We're great friends. This guy is like an entrepreneur, and he's got so much wisdom. He is part of MG Cannon, which I know nobody over here has heard of. But MG Cannon is an award-winning small chain of body shops over in the UK that are doing things right. And I always love to get their perspective. There's so much that we can learn from looking at other countries and how they overcome the challenges that they face.
Oh, it's going to be incredible to have him. I'm so excited to see him speak. So yeah, he's going to be a firecracker as well. And then, when you think about this, like a lot of the things that we're facing now are some things that we haven't seen in a long time, like a glut of work, right? Like a lot of shops, I call it, trying to swim with gold in your pockets, right? It's like, there's so much work, you can't get parts, and you're trying to swim in this stuff is making you drown. And we're seeing shops literally going like financially struggling because of a lot of these issues. So we're going to have some folks like Andrew Suggs is coming on, and boys, he is one cool dude. He's about 40 years old, 39. I shouldn't say that. He's 39. I don't want to offend him here, but he's been in the industry a very long time. Second generation, but they have a really neat way of targeting their ideal work, right? Targeting that ideal work. And so there's some really cool things he's going to share about that. So that's another really exciting one.
There's going to be some suggestions that are going to blow people's mind, because you're right. Most of our shops are reporting they've never been this busy, and yet a lot of them still aren't making any money.
Oh man. Yeah.
Right. And there's some practical reasons for that. And we're going to be discussing those on Friday.
Yeah.
You guys do not want to miss this on Friday. I'm giving you all permission to take the day off
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Sit
If
down and
anybody
learn.
asks questions why you come to work in your pajamas and popcorn, you're good. You're good to roll. This is good. It's worth it. It's worth it. So yeah, this will be a lot of fun. And I mean, that's just a sneak peek. I mean, we got guys like Paul Webb, who's an absolute inspirational speaker. We got Nick Schoolcraft, which I'm excited to see. Nick Kugelman, which he always is whipping out some really intelligent stuff. We got Vanessa. Tell us a little bit about Vanessa. That's a cool one.
Vanessa, I've known her for years and her family. Another Canadian.
There you go.
That's the only reason you asked.
That's it.
No, Vanessa DeVito grew up in this industry, and in the last couple of years, I've really got to know her, and she has some very unique and effective ways to use organic social media. And I was so impressed with her work that I actually hired her myself to do our stuff. Amazing. And so you're going to learn some, what hopefully are some inexpensive ways to grow your social media brand. And we're coupling her up with our mutual friend, Nick Schoolcraft, who's also
Tina's coming. Yeah,
Tina coming too?
I think so. I hope. If not, I'm going to shame her into coming because she's a rock star. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna be learning about some marketing strategies for the upcoming year. They're gonna tell y'all what they recommend for 22.
Yeah, and that's all happening Friday. What time are we getting started, Dave?
Why do you keep asking me all these questions I don't know?
Hey,
I think it's 10 o'clock Central.
Yeah, there you go. 10 o'clock Central. That sounds like a party. So yeah, guys, don't miss this event. It is long. It's 6 hours long. We have every 15 minutes, we are stacking some of the brightest minds across the world on this event. And it's all for you guys to get you fired up for 2022. I'm fired up. I can't wait. This is going to be, I don't even need coffee for that day. I'm just going to live off of what these guys have to share. So,
well, yeah. Cause we never mind, but you're going to need some coffee. I know I'm going to be drinking up
there you go.
Some coffee and getting a good night's rest on Thursday. Cause this is going to be an epic event. We're going to bring the positivity, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you don't miss out. I really do.
Yeah. And a big thank you to the team, Amy, Deborah. I know Liz has helped out, putting this event behind the scenes to make Dave and I look good.
There's so much going on behind the scenes that you don't see, and none of that would be possible without. So Ryan, thank you.
Incredible team. So we're looking forward to it, guys. Again, the event is in the chat there, so go ahead and click on it. We will see you guys on Friday, and it's going to be an action-packed day.
Awesome. Okay, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, the Positivity Summit 22 on Friday.
Let's go. See you there, guys.